Hi there, welcome to my channel. Okay, today we're going to work in my Collage weekly journal here. And I am on week 8. Woo, we're only in June. I'm on week 8. I don't know what week I should be on, but I feel like it's, at least week 20. I don't know what week it is, but it is not week 8. Okay, so week 8 is a clipping of a meaningful or mysterious place. I don't know what it means by a clipping. I don't know where I'm supposed to get a clipping, but I got a stamp that I like. So we're going to use that because I don't know where I get a clipping. I don't know, but a bridge, a black ink stamping, something metallic in appearance, something in a circus. That threw me off. It's going to look really weird on here, but whatever. And italicized text. Now that I look at what I'm using, I don't really think it's italicized, because that's kind of crooked, isn't it? But oh well, we're going to use it. we're just getting this one done. This one has had me thrown off for a while, and we're just doing it. We're doing it. That's what we're doing. Alright, so let's get the last one, which was pretty funky. Yeah, it had me off for a while too. Okay, so where my corner rounder is. Oh, I think I see it. There it is. There it is. I want to corner around this while I'm thinking about it. I almost bought me a new corner rounder when I was at Michael's a couple days ago, because this one's looking so... I've had this for so many years, and I'm like, these are broke, and it's just looking rough. These keep coming off, because I've had this for 20 plus years. I got that, as soon as they came out with those, I got that. So I almost bought me one because it would look nicer, and then I thought, you know what, that thing will chomp through anything. I don't need a weakling, because it'll look nicer. I'm keeping it. That's what I'm doing, you guys. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I have a bunch of these printables here. These are by Kelly Lou Who Junk Journals. Let me get my laptop backed up as much as I can here. Okay, and this is my bridge. So I am going to tear that out because that's my bridge. And I want to make sure I don't mess that part up. See, I was going to use some of this as my what is it? Something italicized text because it's fancy, but I think it's supposed to be a little, but we're using it anyway. I want to get this out of here because this is my bridge. And I want it to land on top because we're just going to do some collaging with all of these papers. But I want to make sure that when it's done, this bridge is not buried. Okay? Now, we're just going to start doing some tearing and some gluing. I need a glue stick. And I got this. And where is my big fat one? Oh. It's buried in my cabinet over here. I gotta move some stuff from in front of it to get in it, because I got a big fat one that's really handy when I'm doing big stuff. Now, I don't have anything to glue on. I don't even have any room to put anything. So, alright, so let's just here. Since I did that, let's continue with that. And I don't know if I'll do that page. Well, I may do that off camera because it might take me too long to do that. We'll see. I need a drink. It might just take me too long. We'll see. I need that one later. So how are you all today? Are you doing well? I hope so. I can just ink on there because I'm going to cover all that up. And I may not use a glue stick. I may just use, you know what, I'm just going to use good old faithful, and then we can do it faster and I won't mess with the glue stick. I'm home from my grandkids. Been home for a couple days now. And now I'm in here. It took me a while to recuperate. Had a blast with the little stinkers. The baby, he's chill. Oh, he's hard to keep up with. I'm telling you what. He is. He's got more energy than... Oh, that got clipped. He has got more energy than everybody put together. Oh my goodness. I don't really know if I've ever been around a 2-year-old quite like him. I really don't. That's going to go there, but I got to get something underneath it. Here, let's see about... That didn't get... I didn't get trimmed just right. Oh, my blade is getting so dull, and I have not been able to find blades for it, including Amazon. I don't know what's up with that. I'm just going to tear that and put it right there. I'll probably end up covering it. I don't like how I put that big chunk right there, so I'll probably cover that a little bit. But I need to do some covering right here because oops, that. There we go. Now where'd this go? I usually work with smaller pieces when I do this. I don't know why I'm doing such big pieces. Honestly, I do not know. I can put that right there. I gotta save this though, because I've got it kind of messed up, so I gotta start saving it here. Do something to save it. Let's see, what could I do down here? What could I do? Something right here, but I don't really want to do a diagonal per se because... And then I did a diagonal. I need to cut that because it's going off the edge. I need to know where. The edge of the paper really is. That's looking a little bit better already there because it's not, I don't know if that can go somewhere. Okay, now, what can I do up here? Well, that didn't do what I wanted to. I was trying to make it curve and go up, and it did not do it for me, did it? That to go like that. Then I need some stuff underneath it there. Let's just put... It looks a hot mess till it doesn't. That's what I always think. It looks a hot mess, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're getting somewhere. But until then, I think, I'm going to cut that off where it's so white. I don't like that. I still need, I need to put something, I don't, no. Let's see here. Peeling some of that white off there because I don't like it. Well, I started a new brush. That's why I'm not getting much color. I was about to say, I don't know why I'm not getting much color, and then I remembered. I have a new brush. And that brush is not loaded up yet. I'm just going to put that right there like that. Then I need to, well, first thing I need to do, well, that's not working. Oh, it's not working. I wanted to get that white off of there, and I'm taking paper off I don't want to take off. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put that right like that. somewhere in here I gotta get the bridge, but see, this is all just stuff that's going underneath. The bridge is part of the prompt, so this is all just background. This can all just be covered up if need be. I didn't go all the way to the edge there. I'll have to get something to the edge over there. I can just glue that there. Yeah, let's get some. I'm gonna have to add some more glue. I didn't go all the way up here. And, oops, I didn't press down on that long enough. And I didn't go all the way down here. I got it where I knew I needed it to go, and then I didn't know. I'll leave that setting for just a second while I look at this and decide. Oh, that's brand new. That's for the other side. I don't want to cut into that. That's my bridge. Okay, I don't want to cut into that. I guess. Oh, here. This is the rest of that. Okay. Because I kind of like to put a little bit more of this right down here. I need to cut this off. And this off. And then this is probably ready. I just had so little of it on there that I wanted it to set for a minute so that I didn't cut it so early that it came off. Because see, there's just a very little strip of it. Okay, now what? No, I don't really want to probably put a picture down here because that would probably be a good place. Or, oh, this is going right here, isn't it? Let's do that real quick. Oh, look at that. I did all that and still did not get that covered up. Ugh. Good grief, Gina. Can you tell I like torn edges? I do not like straight edges at all. Oops. Oops. Wait. I'm inking the wrong side. I'm not getting frustrated, am I? Okay, I gotta make this look on purpose, not patchy. look what I forgot to do. I forgot to ink that. Okay, so what I will do, this is my brown. I'm inking the edge with my sponge. And, oh, you know what? Normally, that is not a problem. Today, that's a problem. You know why? Because this is new. And that really made it. So, let's go to the rest of them. Because normally my brush is as dark as this. My brush isn't as dark as that today because it's new. Okay. I don't like that right there. Looky there. Took care of that. I would normally use my brush to go around, but I'm going to use this. Get it darkened because of that up there. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. I really wasn't minding the light as much, but I had to go and run it. Maybe I'll cover, hopefully I'll cover that right there with something. Wow, I didn't get that glued very well. Okay, I'm going to pause you. And I will get the other side collaged, and then I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I got things cleaned up a little bit. That was just getting too messy for me. But this is how the other side turned out. So, now we're ready to move on. Alright. Now, I realized that there was 2 bridges on there, so I saved this one too. In case. I just kind of, it was torn, but I kept it out in case, because I can tear it right here if we decide to use it. So that's our bridge, and then I saved that too in case, but I guess it's right there. I probably don't need that. Okay, these are the scraps that were big enough that in case I decide, plus I need to stamp my quote onto something, probably that is what I will stamp it onto. I'll just settle that up there. Whoa, knock something over. I will need a black because I have to stamp in black. Okay, we're going to stamp, which I didn't think this through because there's roses on here anyway, but this is what we are going to use for our stamped image. This just, part of this that's getting me is I don't really have a focal image, but we're just going to do it the way it is, right? I'm going to get a block here, and I'll need a long block. Nope, it's on a block. And it is every day lived well makes yesterday a fond remembrance, and every tomorrow a dream of hope. This is an old Stampin' Up. It's about time. It doesn't have a date on it. It was before they started putting dates. So that's that. And then my circus, I came up with horses because they always have horses in the circus. You know, the ladies on them. My metallic is these things. And I need to do something to them because I was going to try to punch them, and then I realized these are all very abnormal, and I don't want to try to cut those out. So I got my tea dye out, and we're going to use my little brush here, and we're just going to rub over them because it's going to be the same color as this, so I think it will be okay. Yeah, see, that's just going to look like the paper, which I probably didn't need to cut two of them out. I'm not real sure if I'm going to put them on this side or on this side. They're just going to look like little hinges. So I'll just cut them. Because when I thought about trying to cut, I don't know if you can tell, like these two are okay, but the ones in the center there, those are really odd shapes. And I thought, nah, I'm not going to try to cut those out. Normally I would. Normally I don't shy away from that stuff, but I did today. I did today. You know what? I put that back in the wrong spot. Oh well. It's in the wrong spot. It's where I looked for it first, and then it was in my other container. I guess that's where my mind thinks it should go. Okay, so I'll take that off there for a minute because I kind of want that there. And maybe we'll just cover that up with this. Yeah, I don't know. And then maybe have that there because I'm going to stamp that on something. Now, I don't think I want my horses up here, do I? That might look kind of funny, yeah. So maybe my rose will come up here. Maybe I'll stamp it like that. And I'll have my horses, yeah. And maybe I'll put this more like right here. And have this here. Maybe I'll only have one of those, or maybe have one right here. Okay, oops, I gotta do the horses too. They're white on the edges. Maybe I'll get my tea stain back and do that. If I can grab it. I can't see it. I just gotta grab it from where I put it back underneath there. I thought about an elephant, and I found an elephant, but it was a really big print. And I thought, now that's going to look even weirder than having horses on here. I just couldn't make everything go together. So, let's see. I've got the clip, the bridge, the black ink stamping, the metallic, the circus, and then the italicized, which I don't really know if that counts, but that's the bonus, so. Okay, let's ink around this. Okay, I think I'm just going to put it the way I had it out here. Can you see it all? I might need to go up some, huh? Is that pretty good? I think so. I'll put this one right here. I didn't get any glue here, obviously. Put our 2 horses here. I need my tweezers for some of this. And the horses and these were from Kelly Lou Who. Jug gerbils. Alright, now stamp this out. Hopefully it will show up. We'll see. If not, I'll have to get me a plain piece of paper. Maybe if I do it this way. Oh, it has a date on it. 2005 Stampin' Up. Wow. 20 years old. Yeah, that's showing up. Good deal. Now, that's not straight, so I'm going to have to cut it out with my scissors. Let's use my decal scissors. I can still tell it's very crooked, but it doesn't look as bad this way, except for they don't. These were one of the very first things I bought when I started scrapbooking, and so they're getting very worn out. Very worn out. I've had them for many, many years. Many years. We'll use this and we'll make this darker. My brush will get loaded. My other one was like that till I spilled my Olipop on it. Or not Olipop, what was I drinking? Alani. I was drinking Alani, and then I tried washing it, and it got all stiff, and yeah, it was never the same after that. I'm going to put that right there. I spilled water on it before and it was always fine after that, but not the Alani. Alright, now this, I'm going to put the, oops, Might help if I put the whole thing on the block, huh? I'm going to put the edge of the stem right on the edge of where that's torn because it fits very nicely there. I'm going to stamp it like that. And then there's flowers down here. So I think it'll work good, but we're going to turn it upside down so I can see better what I'm doing. And it says it's got to be a black ink on the prompt. It says black ink stamping, which I know I stamped that in black ink, but that's my quote or phrase. But I don't know where you're supposed to get a clipping of a phrase, so I just stamped it because maybe off of a calendar or something. I don't know, but I don't have it, so I did what I have. I mean, I may on a calendar somewhere if I spent a few hours looking, but I don't have a few hours to look, so. And I'm determined to get past week 8 because it's been dogging me. It's been in my folder like, na 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 boo boo, you haven't got past me, ha 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 ha. You're stuck on me, you're stuck on me. Isn't that a pretty stamp? This is a $1 one that I got at Ollie's. I got another pretty $1 one at Ollie this past week. Got this one. Isn't that pretty? I just think it's so pretty. Alright, so now I could put one here and I could put one here. That's what I'm going to do. And I think I want that whole. I don't. Okay, so do I want to make it look like it's. Well, I could wrap the whole thing around because I'll cover it up on this side. So do I want to wrap it like that? Or do I want to put the whole thing on there and cut it? I think I want to wrap it because that makes it look real, right? And it'll get covered on the other side next week. Or next, with the next one. I don't know if it'll be next week when I do it. It might be this week yet. I got my little collage book done today, so I don't have that one to be doing. That's not even. There we go. All right, let's get our book and put it in there. And 8 is done. Done, 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 done. Ha 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 ha. doesn't look the same. It's torn, but it's torn the opposite. I was tearing it from the other side. Yes, I can. Let's do it. Let's do it real quick. That way, that bridge does not go to waste. And I kept trying to figure out something to add up here because I felt like it was just too big of a piece of paper. So now I got something. And I do that to spread out the glue. I did have this. This is a bone fuller. It's actually a bone of some kind. I don't remember. Cow? I can't remember what it said it was. But it clinks and drives me crazy. And I found that this weekend at, this past weekend at Goodwill for like $2. And I've already got glue and crud all over it. It looked new when I got it, but I did see some staining on the side, but it was very, very good. So I wiped it with rubbing alcohol, made sure it was all good and clean. And now it does not make all that noise clinking on my glass mat for you guys. I try to think of all those noises that could be very annoying. Okay, so we have, I'll point with this instead of my damaged fingernail. I sewed over it. It always looks terrible. I really did. 3 stitches through it. Look at my hands. Inky, inky, inky. It's been a good day. Okay, a clipping or meaningful, a clipping of a meaningful or mysterious phrase. Right there. A bridge right there. Black ink stamping right there. Metallic in appearance right there and right there. Something in a circus. We have the horses that the pretty ladies ride. And I don't really think that's italicized because it needs to be like turned in some way or another. After I thought about it, I don't think that works. So this is what I would have counted for it because I don't count the same thing. I don't, every once in a while I'll count something as 2, but I don't like to do that. So I would have done that or added another one, but after I looked at it, I don't think it's italicized, right? Because doesn't it have to be, isn't that italicized when it's, I don't know. Anyway, this is it. I will hold it so you can see it closer and you can see these beautiful digitals. They're so pretty. Isn't that rose beautiful? And here's my horsies. We just lost our electricity. Oh, it's back. I was thinking I didn't put my bed up. You can bet I'm going to go in and I'm going to raise the head of my bed up because it's about 2 hours from bedtime. It's been storming. As soon as I turn this off, that's the first thing I'm going to do is go raise my bed up. I hate sleeping flat. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm surprised I hadn't done it before. Usually when it starts storming, that's the first thing I do is I go in there and I get the head of my bed raised so I do not have to sleep flat. I hate it. How about you guys? Do you have an adjustable bed and when it's storming, do you put the head of your bed up? Because I'm telling you what, I've had to lay flat, sleep flat a couple of times and that was the end of that for me. That bed goes up as soon as it starts storming. That bed is up. There was one time our electricity was out for like 2 weeks. I did not get that bed in my favorite position before the electricity went out. I was miserable. Oh, I was miserable. I couldn't stand it. Ugh, that bed is up. It is up. Well, you got enough of a rant from me. I will see you soon. You have a blessed day. Goodbye.